hours after the victory. What's been going through your mind since last night?
Just, I've been trying to take it in. I haven't had a lot of sleep, so I'm still trying to just make this sink in, what just happened yesterday.
And from now on, you will be caught up in the whole Eurovision craziness. There is already a lot of media attention. You will have a lot of new fans contacting you on different social media, pre-parties, and, Eurovision then in May. Are you ready for all of this craziness in the next 3 months?
I'm so ready. I'm so ready, and I'm so excited. I think Eurovision is such an interesting and fun and exciting show because people are so passionate, and I love these Eurovision parties. People are watching all these different local Eurovision shows. They have many screens up at the same time. I think it's so cool. I'm excited.
And there is this pre-party circuit. A lot of us are going to both Madrid, Barcelona, Amsterdam, and there are others. Do you know anything of which pre-parties you might go to?
No, not yet, but I could use some suggestions maybe.
Let's talk about this song, Breaking My Heart. For me, this feels like the most current-sounding song that Denmark has sent to Eurovision in a couple of years. What's your own take on that?
I think that's a really good take and one that I share. It's a really fun song. I think it's a colorful song, sonically, if that makes any sense. And it has a lot of great possibilities as far as staging and performance, and I hope to bring that to life on the big stage.
Yeah, that was actually my next question, because we saw what you did yesterday in the DMGP. What are your thoughts about bringing this to a bigger stage? Is it more of what we saw yesterday, or will there be totally new ideas for Eurovision?
I think a bit of both. I think there'll definitely be that Reiley look and the Reiley vibe, but we're gonna bring so many new things to stage and do things that we maybe weren't able to do at the Danish show, because it's a bigger stage, a bigger production. So I'm really excited.
I'm kind of a TikTok noob, so can you give me, or others who might be noobs as well, some tips of how do you get to 11 million followers?
I feel like now I'm like a legacy TikToker now, because I was started at the very beginning of TikTok. I think you have to understand culture. You have to understand what people want and what works on the platform and what doesn't, and sort of find your own way of doing it, and then just put a lot of work into it, post a lot of videos.
And now that we're talking about culture, you are also the first Faroese person to represent Denmark in the Eurovision Song Contest. What are you most proud of representing, Denmark or the Faroe Islands?
Oh, no, both. I mean, it's the Kingdom of Denmark. That's, I feel honored just in general being able to do this and represent Denmark on the big stage, and I consider it an honor to have been accepted to be able to do this.
What would you say are your musical inspirations?
Musical inspirations, I think there are many different musical inspirations. I love Lizzo. She's actually coming to Copenhagen soon. I might see her next weekend. Lizzo is amazing. I love Bruno. Charlie Puth is also one that I quite like musically. And then there's also Asian references that I quite like K-pop. It's a huge, visually, it's that whole world I'm such a fan of. So many different little things.
And everything has been brought into who Reiley is as an artist, I suppose.
100%, even just, from growing up, I used to watch Justin Bieber. I still do. He's still killing it. So yeah. And I love musical theater as well, which is maybe where the extravagance comes from. Musical theater is very extra, so yeah, it's all come down to this.
Where we have been talking about Eurovision, do you have a favorite or favorites from either Eurovision or DMGP through the years?
I don't know if I do. I love Euphoria. That's one of the classics, right? I feel like that song, it resonates with me, so that might be my favorite.
Well, Euphoria is always a good choice here, 11 years after its victory. I want to say once again, congratulations for yesterday's victory, and we will see you around the pre-parties and not less in May in Liverpool. Reiley, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
We go back to the start. You still be breaking my heart. You breaking my heart.